We've got the Phoca here, and I'm calling it the Phoca, P-H-O-C-A, the CC. It's a Kizer design knife, in-house, and almost 3-inch blade, ABL, Norplex Ultrex micarta handle, and clutch lock. This is a clutch lock, which is a special designed lock by Kizer, obviously. And it's really nice, and I've talked about it a million different times. So I like this way better than normal crossbar locks, that kind of thing. It's so much easier to do disassembly, reassembly, absolutely. It's so much easier because you got 2 screws, and then you've got a captured pivot tube. These all come apart. So you actually have a full knife here when you got these liners. With everything in the pivot area, but you could pull this, and then you can pop these off, and you know, you still have the Omega springs on both sides, etc., etc. But you can take all that off, and you can get to the ceramic bearings, clean that out, and put it back together. So much easier than a standard axis lock, crossbar lock. So now we've got this, which is, I guess this is the Norplex Ultrex micarta. The difference between that, because they are differentiating, saying they have the Norplex or the just a standard micarta. And then they have aluminum in this too. The aluminum is a bit more expensive. This is around $64 before discount, right? Okay. And so it's AEBL steel, which I like it. I mean, I like it pretty much about the same as Nitro V. Those seem like very similar steels, except there's some difference in vanadium content, and therefore a little bit difference in maybe edge hole retention as opposed to toughness, and so there's a little give and take there, but really a good usable steel here. And speaking of steel, we have a little piece of paper and test the blade out, and yes, it's very nice. So yeah, it's not got any problems with nicks or grabs in it. Feels good in the hand. It's very fidget friendly. It's not a front flipper. It's just a clutch lock, and it's got a nice little cutaway under here, so you can put your finger up in that area. It's jimped on top of the blade. You got ambidextrous thumb studs here. You like the design. I think that's my big draw, is if you like the design, then it's a Kizer manufacturer. I mean, they make a great budget knife as well as the high-end stuff that they do. So yes, I like their quality of construction. And so this looks really usable, doesn't it? I mean, this looks like a sensible knife. Piercing, slicing, that kind of thing. A little bit of a trailing point kind of thing going on there, but, place for your lanyard to go through. And it looks like number 8s. And number 8's on the body. So basically, you just take that dog, and then you got 2 here. But one of these is under here where this is. And you know what? And those are number 8s on the deep carry pocket clip. Isn't that unusual? It's usually number 6s that they default to. But let's see how much this dog weighs. 2.8 ounces, not much. 80 grams, let's say 81. Okay, somewhere in there. And so that's pretty damn reasonable, isn't it? Let's get the old measuring. So about a 3-inch blade is what they're saying. And you're right, it's not quite down here. It is. So if you measure at the shortest point on the bolster, 2.85, 2.9, something like that. And then 7 inches. So it's basically a 3 and a 7. Like if you have a Spyderco Para 3, that would be the same size overall. And probably close to the same weight at 2.8 ounces. And so you've got proud liners in here that are steel, and they're skeletonized. And then here, look at these standoffs. Don't know why you did that, but they did. And of course, this one looks like it's internal. So I don't know if there's a little screw on the side that's holding it or if it's just placed in there and this holds that in place there. So yeah, you've got two places here, and and I guess that second screw is is the crossover here piece holding that in. So you got two number 8s. That's nice. I like their pocket clip. It's good. It slides in the pocket really well. It's got enough grip to stay in your pocket, but love the design, how it works. And then they've even got jimping up here. They're saying you can crawl up on that pretty well. So there's that. And they've got, you can get one in aluminum, you can get one with just the regular micarta or the Norplex, that kind of thing. So and then they've got some, I think in D, and yeah, D2 with G10, that will be their Amazon official, knives that they're going to sell there for around $49. So there you go, 4-finger grip. There's the Amazon channels ones. So these will be less expensive because they're in D2 and G10. And then here's the different ones with aluminum and some coating on the blade, etc., etc. And Norplex mark, micarta, whatever. So that's what I got here with the AEBL. It feels nice. Yeah. And you'll see what it does here. So I'll just kind of give you the rundown on this. 12.2 at 0.48. And then 0.10 at 2.6. So 2.6 millimeter thickness here and 0.4, 8 there. So yeah, this is slender enough in the pocket and it's contoured. So that's nice. And fidget friendly, absolutely easy to kick open on the thumb studs. Light, and the ergos feel good. So it's centered. No play in here this way or that way. So it's solid. And you know what? I like the clutch lock. I mean, this lock sits right down on top of that blade. I mean, that blade's not going to go anywhere. Okay, it's set in place. So unless you start moving this, so don't do that. But I mean, I can't see how you would end up pulling this back while you're doing a cutting task, but okay. No, it makes it very fidget friendly and yet solid in the lockup. But boy, they definitely did put the jimps here, didn't they? Right up in here. So what do you think? Here's the box. Comes in their budget box, which they're gray now, and if you get the black ones, then you got Mr. Fancy here. So I'll talk about that one on a different video. And here's what the knife comes in, along with a desiccant pouch. And let's see what else is in here. There's a sticker, if I can chase it around. Okay, so we have another set of Omega springs and then some hardware as well. Isn't that nice? That's pretty cool. All right, there's that. There's that. There's a microfiber cloth. They're not getting overly done with the microfiber, but you know what? So many people probably don't really use them regardless. It's nice to have, but oh well. The important thing is the knife. The knife. And this one feels good in hand. Good ergos, a sensible design. And, you can get them anywhere from like $49 to $79. So you make the choice where you want to be, what kind of materials you want on the handle and all that, and go from there. But pay attention to the Kizer website during the month of November, because they start doing things like discounts for veterans on the second week. Then the third, fourth, fifth week, there's giveaways, there's deeper discounts, there's free items that they'll give you if you spend so much money. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. So just check them out. I mean, those are the deals, right? You start looking at the end of the year, and that's where your deals start coming at you. So, I mean, just that's nice, and it does give you a bit of a break because it's holiday time, right? And you're out buying gifts and doing this and that, and hopefully you're on your own gift list, right? Because only you know what to buy for you. And check it out. But you guys have a great holiday season and stay sharp.